everyone. It's an honor to be here. Let me start by sharing a small memory or story from my childhood back in Lebanon. On a Saturday morning, if I remember correctly, my father decided to take me to Byblos to visit one of his old friends and clients. And that person grew to become a really major entrepreneur, built a big conglomerate, energy industrial conglomerate throughout the region. And I remember that morning, he asked him, how did you build everything that you've built with almost nothing? You had no formal education, very humble means, and came from a farming family. And the response was, just one word. I started. Starting is really just the beginning, but it's a major decision. As you do so, you will face that dilemma of the opportunity cost. What am I really leaving behind in order to explore what's yet to come? I cannot take that decision on your behalf. I can maybe think through this with you and share some thoughts on how to navigate the journey from ideation to execution. But as you do so, you will also ask yourself, is there a perfect timing? Is there a perfect idea? Maybe, but likely not. Let's start by thinking about ideation. How am I getting this idea first? Is it the result of my own day-to-day experiences? Well, there's a problem I think I can solve. There's an existing solution I can further optimize. Well, prior failures we can build on. Or maybe the result of my research in a lab here at MIT or elsewhere, or a breakthrough at a frontier technology. Great if the idea is yours. But a lot of the good times, the ideas are not only yours, but a combination of ideas by collaborating with others. Get out there. If you're passionate, be expressive about your passion. When you meet those people, you'll meet like-minded people that could be sharing your same passion. You're going to rebound, collaborate on those ideas, enhance your idea that you had originally. But at the same time, you're going to potentially meet the people that will be your co-founders, that will join potentially your team as early team members. Connect with them. It's not enough to meet them. Learn about them. And ask yourself, how are your skills complementary? Do you share the same values and do you share the same vision? Those are the people that will stick with you and work with you in the ups and downs of the journey. We've seen companies fail and companies succeed just because of the team, just because of the values they had that acted as a moral compass and a support system during difficult times. When you're going to start really thinking through building the business and meeting investors and getting that money in, they're not only investing in an idea, but they're also investing in the team itself. They're investing in you as people and what you can do and how resilient you are, how agile you can be, and how persistent you can be. Think through this idea. More to that, you've met the team, you connected with the team, and you decided this is the right group for you to build. You're going to start meeting investors. And here's the trick. Don't be dazzled by names. And don't think about just the money. It needs to be the right money. Why do I tell you that? Investors like co-founders are the ones that will also stick with you over the long run and when the times are tough. Think about the value they will bring to the business and not just to the bank account of the business. That's a very big difference. Learn about the person who will sit on your board, assuming the investor will take that board seat. Talk to other founders that have had investments from those investors. It's like any other referral. You've met those investors, you've started that journey. And then you're going to start getting into those challenges situations, the ups and the downs, the good times and the bad. I've worked with so many founders in my practice. Silicon Valley teaches us a lot. Be comfortable with being uncomfortable and really embracing the unknown. And then we've seen really crazy, crazy days and beautiful, beautiful days. But what I learned really about how people approach those is the moral compass that they have, not only the reason. And more importantly, it's how the team reacts to things. The small thought that I can share with you on this is do not be drunk by success. And we've all seen in 2021 the crazy valuations that we've had and how companies failed right after that and got humbled by certain lower valuations. But at the same time, and that's even more important, do not give up when you hit rock bottom. And you probably will. And remember, at least in my time, and yours as well, all entrepreneurs have been human, no robots so far, who knows in a few years. But if they can do it, you can do it as well. And remember that. And as some say, necessity is the mother of invention. It truly is. When you really have a problem you need to solve, and if you don't solve it, things just disappear. That's it, the company is gone, your baby project is gone, and families that you feed through employment or otherwise are in trouble, you're gonna make it happen. You will figure it out. And remember that moment. Some people really overestimate and others underestimate the challenges of entrepreneurship. But again, you're a human being like any other. They made it, you can do it. We spoke a little bit about those challenges that you have in the life of the company and your life and journey as an entrepreneur. Let's talk a little bit about what you do, how you start with the end in mind. A lot of people tell you start with the end in mind, meaning start with the exit in mind. You're going into a global business. Well, let me think of, at the outset, if I'm creating this business today, how am I going to exit the business? Well, that's great, but in my opinion, that's not enough. It's not enough to just think about like who's going to acquire my company and how am I going to go public. The acquirer you had in mind might not exist at the time you want to exit, and the capital markets, as we saw a few days ago, might have a disconnect between your ambition to go public and get listed and the valuations that you have on the market. What you need to also focus on is building a business that can sustain itself, regardless of whether you're going to exit or not. And why do I say that? We're going to think about social impact today and throughout this weekend together. Like love, you cannot give what you don't have. For you to be there as a company and as a team to help sustain the world around you, you need to first sustain yourself. Keep those in mind. But above all, I think all that journey will not even come into play if you don't take that first step, if you don't start. Just dance. Take that first step. No mind, just dance, and I hope to see you there. Thank you.